So the question, how do you push back on colleagues who suggest you are being too sensitive when trying to address their microaggressions? Great question. Well, when there's a microaggression, the recipient of the microaggression, the person of color, is usually placed in a catch-22. Our immediate reaction leads to a series of internal questions. Did what I think happened really just happen? Was this a deliberate act or just an unintentional slight? What should I do about it? Should I respond? How should I respond? Should I sit and stew on it or confront the person? What are the consequences if I do? If I bring the topic up, how do I prove it? Can I prove it? Is it really worth the effort? Should I just drop it? To the person of color, we see bigger problems. We connect the dots because it frequently isn't a random event. This question was asked by a person of color who does not see this as a random one-off occurrence. It's not isolated to that person. It's not isolated to most of us. Your colleague, your white coworker or boss, thinks you're too sensitive because it's a one-off to them. They evaluate the incident in isolation and therefore fail to see a pattern of bias. They become defensive because they couldn't possibly see themselves as unfair. This protects them from the belief that they discriminated. So now you know all of this. You have to make a personal decision about how to move forward. For me, personally, the ultimate question to be answered, is the situation or person important to me? If it is, then I have to address the fact that I am quote-unquote too sensitive when I pointed out the microaggression. The only way to do that is to have multiple examples from the same person or people before speaking up. I will then assertively confront the person, not when I'm upset, but when I've calmed down, with what was done or said, how it made me feel, the impact on me, and the likely blowback on them if they made similar errors with other people of color. The key is to provide specific, informational, timely, relevant, and consistently similar examples when providing the feedback. The intent when giving the feedback is to make the person empathic, self-aware, and introspective, not to demean, belittle, or embarrass them. That never works.